Good morning. Welcome to this chair yoga class. Find a sturdy chair and we'll get started. Let's start with some centering. So sitting up nice and tall in seated mountain pose. The ears are over the shoulders, over the hips. The legs are parallel and the feet are parallel. And if you're short like me, you can always put a block or a pillow under your feet to reach the floor. Let's roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And bring the chin in slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. You can turn the palms up if you want more energy, or down if you feel like you need to be more grounded. Either look downcast or close the eyes. And become aware of the environment, the sounds and maybe smells in the room. Sense the energy in the room around you. Coming closer and notice the shape of your body, if you can imagine it. That's called proprioception. Feeling where your body is in space without looking at it. Just feel the shape of your body in the chair. Feel the air and clothing against your skin. And then go in deeper and notice the internal. Maybe you're hungry, maybe you're full, sleepy, or wide awake. What's your body showing up like today? And in yoga, we practice self-awareness. It doesn't matter how we show up. We love whatever shows up and treat it with respect. Some days we want a vigorous practice, some days we want a gentle practice, and that's perfectly okay. Notice what your mind is doing this morning. Is it racing or quiet? Whatever you're thinking, just let those thoughts go like clouds scudding across the sky. And drop into your heart and notice any feelings that are showing up for you. Feelings will change every 90 seconds, so let them move through you. Motion is energy in motion. And beneath and supporting all of that is an infinite ocean of silent potential. Drop into that ocean. And bring an intention back with you for today's practice. Mentally repeat that to yourself in the positive tense 3 times. We'll begin with a sun shining breath, eyes open or closed. We'll inhale, reaching towards the sky. And if your arms don't go all the way up, just do whatever your shoulders will allow. And halfway, we press down. Inhale, we reach up to whatever height works for us. And exhale, open and press down. Getting as big as you can as you stretch up. As wide as you can and press down. As you inhale, the body stretches up. As you exhale, press the feet into the floor and stretch up even more. Let's hold on to the chair with one hand and inhale up with the other and reach over to the side. Let's rotate the head, look down. Rotate the head, look up. Back to center, inhale, reach out and press down. Inhale the other arm up and over. Reach. Rotate the head down. Rotate the head up. Inhale, tall, reach out and press down. First side again, reach up and over. This time we're going to rotate the upper shoulders, upper body towards the floor, rib cage. And open the shoulders and the rib cage towards the ceiling. Come back to center and press down. Take a breath and compare the two sides. Bring the other arm up and over. Stretch to the side. Rotate the upper body, the rib cage towards the floor. Inhale, rotate back up towards the ceiling. Come to a neutral side stretch. Reach out and down. Take a breath and notice how you feel. So I'm going to teach you a more subtle practice today. I'm going to take your tongue and press it against your upper palate. And you notice there's a ridge that goes, I'll call that east-west, and a ridge that goes north-south. And so you're just in front of that north-south ridge that runs from the front and back of your neck on the ridge that runs from side to side. By pressing your tongue gently to the roof of your mouth, you're bringing a little bit of pressure up into your brain, waking up your hypothalamus, thalamus, pituitary, pineal, your master glands, and also energetically connecting the governing meridian in Chinese medicine, which goes up over the head and down the back of the body, and the central meridian, which comes down the front of the body. Just take a moment to touch the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Take a few breaths and notice how you feel. So anytime in class that you like, you can do that practice. You can do it through the whole class. So sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down, let's rotate the head. Come back to center and rotate the other way. Moving slowly and gently. And back to center. And let's bring the ear over to one side. Let the weight of the head pull it over. Come on up and bring the ear over the other way. Come on back up and draw a little infinity symbol with your nose, nice and smooth. Notice what's happening in the back of your head, where the head and the neck meet. You may hear some crunchies back there. And then reverse. Back to center. Let's inhale the shoulders up, and we're going to bring them down in 3 stages with a ha, ha, ha. So ha, ha, ha. Inhale up, squeeze, stretch up tall. Exhale, ha, ha, ha. Inhale up. Exhale, ha, ha, ha. Letting go of all that stress. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Last one, deep breath in, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, ha, ha, ha. Letting all that stress go. Let's reach the arms out, and we're going to turn 2 doorknobs. The hands are like claws, rotating. And then we'll flick away, bending the elbows and stretching and flicking. And then draw that energy into your shoulders. So we're bending the elbows again, bending the wrists. And then we'll circle the wrists. Circle the wrists the other way. And give those arms a shake. Shake in whatever direction you like. Giving some energy to our lymph system. And rest and notice how you feel. Just bring the hands up in front of the chest and just in and out with the elbows. Are you touching your tongue to the roof of your mouth? And circle. Like we're stirring two big pots. And circle back. And down and rest. Let's scoot forward on our chair and hold the back of the chair. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you press your heart forward and stretch up. Press into the feet to engage the legs. Nice deep breath in the open front of the body. Back to center, hands to the knees, and begin to roll down. Chin to chest, upper back, going as far as your body will move. Slowly roll back up. Get tall, reach your hands back, grab the back of the chair, bring the spine forward and look up. Don't throw your head all the way back. Keep a little bit of an arc there. Let the eyes roll up, looking past your eyebrows. Inhale tall, bring your hands to your knees, bring your chin to your chest and begin to roll down. Head, shoulders, upper back, mid back. Feel the pull all the way through your back. And inhale slowly back up, starting with the tailbone and stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Come on up nice and tall. And one last stretch. Reach back behind you. Press your heart forward and up. Draw the belly in and up. A little challenging here, but see what you can do. Let the tongue rest at the roof of the mouth. It's not resting, you're pressing. Inhale. Don't you feel taller? Isn't that great? And one more roll down, chin to chest. Shoulders. Upper back. Mid back. All the way over as far as your body will allow. And inhale up. Let's bring the legs together and we'll come into a spinal twist. Using the hands against the chair and your leg to help you spin around a little more. And let your eyes go behind you, giving them a stretch. Inhale back to center. Stretch up tall and twist the other way. Back to center. We'll do one more twist. And other side. Let your eyes lead you. Look all the way around. And back to center. Notice how you feel. Let's pick up the heels. Bring them down and pick up the toes. So we're rocking forward and back on our heels and our toes. So in this pose, we're not just taking the toes off the floor, but the balls of the feet. Now, if in your shoes, just do what you can, but I think you could still do that. You figure it out. Draw your belly in for support. Press the tongue against the roof of the mouth. And then for circling, I like to put my hands under my thighs and pick my feet up to circle my ankles. But if that doesn't work for you, you can circle on the floor. You choose how you want to circle your ankles. And circle back the other way. And down and rest. And we're going to do some ballet kicks, which you can do just like this, sliding your foot forward and back. If you can't lift your knee, just slide your foot on the floor with a point and just do it that way. Or if you want to pick the leg up and do ballet kicks like that. So lots of choices here. Or don't do anything and just imagine doing it, and that wakes up the same brain circuits. Draw your belly in for support. Sit up tall. And down. Take a breath. Compare the two legs. And we'll do the other leg. So again, you can just slide that foot forward and back if that's all you can do. Foot on the floor. Or you can kick like that. Or you can pick the leg up and kick like that. Eyes can be open or closed. You can really go inside and feel what's happening in your knee. And down. Take a breath. Take another one. Let's give ourselves a hug and just a little gentle rock around from side to side. It's not a huge spinal twist here, just a little rocking hug. Deep breaths, tongue to the roof of the mouth, eyes closed if you like. So we're doing a very nurturing practice today. And let's open those arms out, big squeeze to the back, and then opposite arm in on top. Chin slightly tucked, tongue to the roof of the mouth, and just a little hugging rock. And move on to our legs. We're still sitting towards the front of our chair, so we have room to move. Kind of pick up a heel so that we can move that leg. I'm going to open and close the leg here. And you can draw the belly in for support. Sit up tall. Tongue against the roof of the mouth. Deep, slow, nourishing breaths. And back to center. Compare the two legs. Then you can lift up your other heel so you have room to move. And slide that leg in and out. And back to center. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to take the first leg and slide it out with the toes pointed forward. So we're working on the muscle here. We're not turning the toes up, turning straight forward. Then come into gate pose. We're going to slide down that leg, and the opposite hand can come to your hip, your chest, your shoulder, all the way over. Think about spinning your rib cage and shoulder towards the ceiling rather than forward. Roll it back. And if it works for your neck, you can even look up. You can look down. Find the way that makes your body happy. And let that arm reaching out help pull you back up to center. Bring that leg in. Take a breath. Notice how you feel. We'll send the other leg out with the toes pointed forward. We're working on this muscle, not turned to the side. Inhale, slide down the leg, and you can stay here. Hip, chest, shoulder, overhead. Find what works for you. The idea is it's a side stretch, stretching over the leg. Think about spinning your rib cage towards the ceiling, bringing your arm and shoulder back, even looking up if that's available. You can stay sideways or you can even look down. Inhale back up and bring that leg in. We're going to send the first leg out again. We're going to reach the opposite arm out. Big stretch. Look up at your hand. And then you're gonna bring that elbow in and bring that knee, either picking the heel up off the floor or picking the knee up and bringing the elbow and knee together. You can use the other hand under the leg to help. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, bring the leg in, and you can just pick the heel up off the floor or pick the knee up off the floor and give yourself up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come in. Inhale, reach. And on an exhale, and down. Take a breath and notice how you feel. Give those shoulders a roll. And a roll back the other way. Let's send the opposite leg out with the toes pointing forward. Let's reach the opposite arm out. Stretch up, press down into your foot. Get nice and big. We're going to bring the leg in and maybe just pick the heel up or pick the whole foot up, elbow and knee towards each other. And maybe your pose looks like this. That's fine, whatever works for you. And inhale, stretch out. And exhale, elbow and knee come towards each other. Inhale, reach. Take a deep breath and stretch. And bring elbow and knee together. And reach out. And in. And last time, big stretch, hold for breath. And back in. And notice how you feel. Bring the hands to the back of the chair again, widen the legs a little bit, and we'll windshield wiper. If possible, the knee comes down enough that you start to feel a stretch in the front of your thigh, opening your hip flexors. So they're very tight because of how much time we spend sitting. Just do what you can and breathe into it and love it wherever it is. And toe heel, yourself back together. Sit up nice and tall. And we'll come to standing. So we'll just do one sit to stand. If you want to do the second half of the class sitting, go right ahead. Also, I need to show you what we're going to do. No, I think you can follow along. Just if you're sitting, just follow along. Because it's pretty much going to be similar to what we did already. So let's come. You can stand behind your chair. I'll pretend I have a chair in front of me. So in case you need it, I'm going to do heel raises. So I'm going to pick up one heel and put that foot down, pick up the other heel, put that foot down. You can stay with that, or if you have more balance, pick up both heels and down. I'm going to just hold on with one heel. And if you're using the chair is for balance. In other words, don't use it. It's for safety, but the balance and strength comes from the legs. You can use two hands if you need to, though. Find your drishti, something in front of you that's not moving. Take your time. Try not to use momentum. In other words, you don't want to bounce up and down. You want to be nice and slow so that your muscles are doing the work. Good job. We're going to come into a balancing pose. Again, you can be behind your chair. The feet are parallel, and we're going to continue working on this muscle. We're going to slide that foot out on the floor with the toes pointing forward. Excuse me. And if you have the balance, definitely come off the floor. Maybe you're just holding onto the chair with a finger, or not at all. Whatever works for you. Okay, if you have to tap every now and then. And down, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Be right back. And we'll come around, I'll come around to the other side of the chair. So you can stay behind it. So we're standing in Tadasana, feet are parallel, and we're stepping that foot out, still parallel, with just the toe on the floor. And then if you can, we're picking that toe up. Finding our drishti. Maybe holding on with only one hand or one finger, or maybe not at all. And down. And let's just march it out a little bit. Just pick your heels up off the floor. You don't even have to pick your toes up, just a little easy march today. Just picking up the heels and not even the toes. Deep breath. Tongue against the roof of the mouth. And rest. And if you can use only one hand, you can stand at the side of your chair. Otherwise, if you're behind your chair, step back with your arms out so that you have room, because we're going to do the same pose that we did sitting down. So if you're sitting down, you'll repeat. We're going to send this leg out to the side. If you don't need to hold on to the chair, you're going to reach up and look up at your arm as you reach down towards your other foot. So your weight is on this foot and this foot is out. Maybe the toe is off on the floor and the heel is up. Or again, you're holding on with one or two hands. Honor your body. And then bring that knee in and bring it out. Bring that knee in and bring the leg out. Bring that knee in, bring that leg out, in and out. And of course I messed up because I'm holding on with this hand. So I'm going to stand behind my chair too. Because if you don't need two hands, then you're going to bring this leg out and the opposite arm, and you're stepping far enough back that you can bring elbow and knee together, and then inhale, stretch, toe on the floor, elbow and knee together, inhale, stretch up, elbow and knee together, rounding over, getting big, bringing elbow and knee in, reaching out and up. Last one. And reaching out. Good job. Come on back in and we'll do a little march again and again. Just that easy march today. Unless your body is feeling really vigorous. I'm pitching this as a low, gentle, nurturing class today. I'm not pushing it. All right, let's do the other side. So yes, I'll start on the side just to show you what we're going to end up doing, which is that. But if you don't need two hands, you'll be behind the chair far enough away so that you have room to move, okay? So send the leg out to the side. If you don't need the arm, then you're reaching out with this arm. And again, if you can't do the balance, you can just stay here for the whole thing. Otherwise, bring your elbow and knee together, getting big, elbow and knee together, and stretch up. Maybe you stay on the floor and just bring the elbow in. Honor what your body is capable of. Or maybe you're doing this in the chair. Last one. And stretch, getting nice and big. And come back to center and we'll march it out. With the toes on the floor. I'm gonna turn my chair sideways, so you don't have to. Let's do a downward facing dog. You're going back, a nice little stretch. You're gonna walk back with bent knees so that you can scoot your tailbone up and your chest towards the floor. You can have your hands on the top rung of your chair, or you can reach to the seat of your chair if you want a little more intensity here. Finding the perfect stretch for you. And you can bend one knee and then the other and give your hips a little wiggle. Draw your belly in, stick your tailbone up, and then come to stillness. Let gravity pull your chest towards the floor. Let your tailbone reach up towards the sky. If you're sitting in a chair, just reach your arms forward like you're sliding them forward on a table, keeping your head and chest lifted. Or put a chair in front of you and put your arms on the chair. We've been down a long time, so be very gentle with yourself as you slowly walk back towards your chair. Coming back to Tadasana. One more standing pose. I changed my mind. So if you're sitting, you're going to bring your legs out nice and wide. If you're standing, you're going to come into your 5-pointed step. Take a few breaths here, just feeling as big as you can. Again, you can hold on to the chair with 1 or 2 hands. And let's take the left hand and bring it over to the right leg. Little spinal twist. If you're holding onto the chair, you can hold on to the chair instead to do your twist. You'd be facing the chair. Bring the hand to that side of the chair. Twisting like that. Or if you don't have a chair, you don't need a chair, bring your hand to your leg. Inhale back up, 5-pointed star. Again, the feet are parallel. Shoulders inhale up. Exhale down. Tongue touching the roof of your mouth. And if you're holding onto the chair and you only need one hand, slide your hand to the far side of the chair to do your spinal spinal twist like that. Standing people. Or if you don't need to hold on to the chair, or you can do that. Inhale, back up, 5-pointed star. And come sit back down on the chair. Take a few breaths here in mountain pose. And then scooting forward on your chair a little bit, we're going to do a wave. pose called the wave. And inhale and reach forward with the chest, coming over the legs. And then as you come forward, the head comes down, roll back, curling up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, lifting the chest, stretching up. Exhaling, coming forward, letting the head go, rocking down, rolling up. Reaching forward. Rounding in. Nice and slow. Stretch up. Shoulders back. Head gets heavy. Curling in one vertebra at a time. Stacking. A nice tall pose. Shoulders back, heart lifts. Last one, nice and slow, reaching forward. And inhale up nice and tall. Take a few breaths here and notice how you feel. Bring your arms back to your hip crease, elbows hugging the body. Bring the hands to the heart. Get nice and tall. Press the palms together. And rotate the body, looking over the shoulder. Come back to center. And rotate the body the other way. Hands are actively pressing into each other. You can feel that all the way down your back into your shoulder blades. Isometric. You can stay with that version or press the hands in one direction and the head in the other. Come back to center. And stay with that, or inhale tall, turning head and shoulders together, bring your knees together, and then tip over and either bring your elbow between your knees with one elbow towards the knees and one towards the sky, or bring your elbows to the outside of your knees. Pressing the palms together, pressing the elbow into the leg helps you spin your body towards the sky. Inhale back up. Take a breath. Twist the other way. Stay here or tip over. Pressing the palms actively together, elbow between your knees or to the outside of your knees. Look up. Inhale back up. Come back to center. And then press yourself back into your chair. Close your eyes. Let your mind travel through your body. Notice where you feel areas of tension or discomfort. Let the awareness travel there. Imagine melting that tension and letting it flow out with the breath. Try this with your tongue pressed against the roof of your mouth. Just gently. You can stay here as long as you like. And when you're ready, begin to bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. Gently move and stretch in whatever way feels good to you. And bring your hands together and rub them briskly, building up healing energy. And cup those hands over your eyes. Bring that healing energy into your eyes and brain. And blink the eyes behind the hands. Back into the room. Namaste.